Hello, happy Monday. Happy Monday to everyone. I can't believe it's Monday again actually. It's slightly crazy. How are you all? How you doing? Wait and see if some of you come along. I am just going to see if I can attempt to put you into my little tripod here. Attempt to put you in there. Bear with me. Hello. Got a few people now. Happy Monday, guys. How are you all doing? Have you all had a good weekend? What were you up to? What did you get up to over the weekend? Did you manage to get out into the garden? Did you manage to see some sunshine? Hopefully you did. Hopefully you did. I did actually manage to get out in the sunshine, which was lovely. It's very, very nice. I also managed to binge watch an entire TV series. So yeah, managed to binge watch an entire TV series, which was the Haunting of Hill House, which I always get confused with House on Haunted Hill. The Haunting of Hill House, which is a really, really creepy TV series on Netflix. But very good if anyone wants to watch it. Hi Chris and Sophie, hi Bone Kitty, hi Mum, hi Sue, hi Severin, and Charlotte as well. Hello Rosie and Edith, hello. Yeah, so how was your weekends? What did you get up to? Tell me. Did you manage to do the weekend challenge? So, this was mine. This was my finished weekend challenge. Did you manage to find some rock salt to work with? So, I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and pull it up close so you can see it. Hopefully it will focus. But this one is the one that we used with salt. And you can see that where the salt's bin, it sort of sucks all the water and therefore all the colour towards it. And it gives you a kind of... Actually, it's a really nice effect for beaches. So how did you do? Hi Cheryl. That's Boo as well, I'm assuming. And Stitch. Yes, Stitch is here today. Wearing a very sporting hat, March hare hat, so I thought, you know, it's Easter, nearly Easter. Who else has joined us? Katie, hello. Imogen and Esme, hello. Oh, you went for a bike ride? Excellent, lots of garden fun in the sun. I know, it's been so warm, I've been trying to convince Ed to open all the windows, but he suffers from hay fever, so, you know, sometimes we have to keep the windows shut if he hasn't taken his medication. Good. So, oh, Edith climbed a mountain, and we checked on the tadpoles in the garden. Excellent. Have they grown like little limbs yet? I used to love having tadpoles. Brilliant. So hopefully you've all got your 6 pieces of paper, square pieces of paper. Hopefully. I've got some lovely kind of patterned papers here as well, but I'm going to use some plain ones so that I can show you. You could decorate your pieces of paper as well, because what we're going to make today is we're going to make a paper flower. Now, I made these for my wedding bouquet and all the bouquets for my bridesmaids as well. They're absolutely stunning. But we're going to make a nice bright flower today because it feels like a bright kind of day. Oh, Victoria went off on a bike ride. Excellent. Hello Tabitha and Jocelyn. Hello Lena. Hello Joe. Excellent. Nice to see you all. Nice you're all joining us. So I've got my 6 pieces of paper. I have got coloured ones so that, and they're plain on the back so that you guys can see a bit more clearly what I'm doing with these ones. But as I say, you could just have plain white for now so that you kind of get your head around it. Of how to make them, okay? So I'm going to do one at a time. Each of these 6 are exactly the same, so don't worry, do not worry. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first one. If you've got a patterned one, put the pattern side down and you just want the white side up. If it's both the same, don't worry about it. So I'm just going to bend you guys down a little bit, and I'm going to bend you quite far down so that you guys can really see what I'm doing with this sheet of paper. Okay, so I need my double-sided tape as well. Okay, let's pull you guys in there. So we're going to fold it diagonally across, okay? So point to point. And make sure you get those nice and even, and you give it a really nice crease every time you fold as well. Hi Veronica, looking forward to my refresher for the flowers. Excellent. Veronica did this with me a long time ago. So your fold bit will be there, okay? So what we're going to do is take each of these corners and we're going to fold them up to the top. So I appreciate you can see some of my beautiful camera stand here as well. So we're going to fold these up to the top, but hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to fold this other point to the top as well. So we should have a nice little diamond shape. And again, we're going to make sure that's really nicely folded. That's creased there. There we go. Really nicely folded and secure. So it should look something like that. Are you all with me? Hopefully you're all with me and you're all just concentrating at the minute. Okay. One of these flaps, we're actually going to open up. So if I do this one first, hopefully you can see that they open up here. So you're going to kind of open it up and flatten it so that you get a kite shape. Now, one of the important things with this is to try and line up those creases as much as you can. Don't worry too much if it's slightly off, but try and line them up as much as you can. So you should end up with a nice kite shape. So I'm going to turn it around and do the other one. So again, you find that flap and you're going to open it up and squish it. I can only do this one way. There we go. Using my right hand. Open it up and squish it. So you should have two kite shapes. Hopefully we're all there. Hopefully everyone's okay. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is fold this one over so that we've got a nice straight edge running all the way down there and all the way down here. So we're going to fold this over so that it's nice and flat and in line. Now, you can leave it like that, and if you've got a piece of paper that's just all plain white and you don't have patterned on either side, absolutely leave it like that. If you want to be really, really neat and tidy and you want it all the same colour, you can open up this flap and fold this bit back underneath as well. So you kind of have to open it up a bit and then put it back together. But you can see that I've just folded that flap underneath. Okay. And I'm going to do the same with this other one, and I will do one in a minute that's not folded underneath so you can see the difference. Okay. Okay. So these bits, are we all there? Hopefully everyone's there. Everyone's okay. So you've got your two half kites now. These bits you're going to fold inwards. So where that nice crease is along the middle, that's where you're going to fold in. Okay, so you should have a kind of flappy bit here, so you folded it in. And I'm going to do the same with this other side. So I'm going to fold it in to match the other one. Okay, hopefully everyone's okay. Everyone's there. So the next bit we need to do is tape these sides together, because what will happen is this will come round and join, and that is one petal. Okay, so hopefully everyone's got that. So I'm going to put a bit of tape here. Now, again, the perfectionists among you may want to cut tape with scissors. That's absolutely fine. It should tear off easily enough. And I'm just going to put it down the side there, as close to the edge as I can. And then this is where you need your nails to take off that backing bit of tape. Ooh, extra bit, so that it's nice and sticky. Fold those together, give it a little bit of a squish, and you can see in my petal those bits that we folded over earlier on, that we folded inside, are mostly yellow, whereas if I'd left them, they would be white, which also can be quite a nice contrast as well. So that's one petal. You need 6, well, 5 or 6 for a flower. So hopefully you guys are okay. I am going to lift you up just a little bit so that I can see you a little and talk to you a little. Okay, so I'm going to just crack on with the next one. Hopefully everyone's all right with that. You're all very quiet, which usually means that you're all concentrating. So I'm going to do the next one. Once you've done this one, I'm sure you guys will be absolutely fine. You will have cracked it. So again, I'm going to, if you've got a patterned piece of paper, turn it to the plain bit that you don't want to see. You're going to fold it in half, point to point. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Point to point. And then we're going to take these corners and they're going to come up to the top. Okay, so 1 and then 2 up to the top. And again, give them a really nice crease, a really nice fold. This is the tricky bit that everyone always forgets. It's that trying to find an opening and squashing it flat to make it look like a kite. Okay, again, give it a nice score. This is what my lovely long nails are for. I've had really lovely, beautiful long nails since not being at the studio. It's been lovely. Rosie, you might have lost concentration at some point. Oh dear. Don't worry, I'm going to do this again. We've got 6 to make. We've got 6 to make. Hi Lynn, how you doing? We're making paper flowers today. So again, find that opening, squash it flat. Okay. I'm going to just squash that. Ooh, a little bit there. It seems to be sticking to my fingers. And then we're going to fold these over. Now I'm going to leave these folded over rather than tucking it back inside. Just so that you guys can see the difference with some of these flowers and some of these petals. Okay, so you should fold those over. If you want to tuck them inside, do. And then I'm going to fold these in half. So we're going along this crease and we're going to fold in half and then a bit of tape. So the bit of tape goes along the edge as much as you possibly can. Take the bit that you don't need off and then sandwich them together. Okay, so you can see that the petal, inside petals there is nice and white. Okay, so there's the difference, whether you tuck them in or whether you just leave them folded over. Okay. So how have you all got on? I'm going to lift you up a little bit more so I can see you. And hopefully, while I carry on making these, you can see what I'm doing as well. So, you know, just another 4 to go, guys. Just another 4. You could have 5 if you wanted 5. That's absolutely fine. We made these, you might have seen a photograph on our Facebook page. We made these as part of our Make Your Own Mother's Day gift. And everyone made their own little flowers, and some of them did make really, really tiny ones as well. They made some really small ones, which was very cute. And then they decorated a milk bottle vase to put them in so that they could give those to their mums for Mother's Day, which is absolutely lovely. And then I believe we're using glue dots. Perfect. That will stick even better actually. Good thinking. I like it. I like the ingenuity going on. Yes, so when we made them for Mother's Day, I know one of our little artists, our little stars, went along and went home and actually taught her dad. So Vu, I think you're watching. Well done for then going on and showing your dad how to make these. Awesome that we're kind of passing that knowledge on. It's brilliant. I'm going to leave these ones untucked, I think. But yeah, they make some beautiful flowers actually and really lovely designs. So my ones that I did for my wedding bouquet were out of music paper. So they were all out of music paper. because we're quite a musical couple, as you can probably tell from all the guitars that are all up on the wall. Multitude of guitars, that's not even half of them. Ridiculous. Anything with strings. 3 petals. How many petals are you guys up to? How many have you done? There we go. So point to point. And then fold in the corners to the top. Beautiful. So I've got 3 petals that are going to be yellow and 3 petals that are going to be orange. So it's going to be like a beautiful big kind of sunflower coming out. There we go. So obviously if you use 5 petals, you won't be able to have kind of even colours next to each other or patterns. But as I say, if you've actually got plain paper, you can actually decorate them yourself. Cheryl, I'm way behind. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm just showing you how to do this, and then once you get into this, it's actually really meditative, so you can carry on and carry on. We had to make hundreds for my big wedding bouquet, which was kind of like this, and then I had how many bridesmaids did I had? I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I had 6 bridesmaids. 6 rings a bell. Yeah, I had a lot of bridesmaids. So they each had a bouquet as well. So there was a lot to make. Rosie's still got my bridesmaid bouquet. Have you? You still got it somewhere? Mine's up in the loft actually. I should get that down for you guys to see. I'm waiting to get a nice display kind of jar. What are they called? Where you've got like a wood base and then you've got a jar like over the top, like a bell jar over the top. Maybe they're just called bell jars. I'm waiting to get a really nice one of those to display mine in. So if you've made it this far and you're worried about tucking them in, again, you almost have to kind of open it up again to tuck it in and then put it back together. So if you don't want those white bits, if you've got lovely patterned paper, or as I say, I made mine out of music paper. These will probably look really nice made out of maps actually, I would think. Maps or I don't know, old book pages or something would be really lovely for these. But we're going to make a nice bright one. So again, put your tape along the side, along the edge, and then you're just squishing it together. There we go. Who's that? Kerry. Oh, is that Emma? Hello. Veronica, bell jar. Is it a bell jar? Is it actually called a bell jar? I can't remember what it's called. Some kind of display thing that the glass comes on top. That's what I need for my wedding bouquet. But yeah, we sat there for hours. My lovely friend Zoe made lots and lots from her home as well, bless her. I think her fingers were slightly got pins and needles in by the end of doing this, for hundreds of them. But a few of these together can look really, really effective. Let's find that flap and squash it. How are you all doing? How many have you made so far? I know Cheryl said she's very behind. Don't worry. Once you get into the hang of doing this, you do get a little bit quicker and a little bit quicker. But don't stress yourself out about it. Because it's that kind of repetitive motion, you do get into a little bit of a meditative trance. There we go. I can't wait to see all of yours. Once you put it together, you can actually decorate it even further if you want to as well. You know, add a bit of felt tip or what have you. Emma, have you only just joined us? Or Emma and Kerry, I think. So what we're making is we're making petals. So paper petals to make a flower. So all of these are going to come together to make a beautiful, and this one's going to be a nice bright flower. How are we doing? Lena's doing well. Excellent, excellent. So Emma and Kerry, if you're, oh, Lucy and I have made 5. Excellent, well done. I'm going to do this one slowly so you can see. I'm going to tip you down a little bit more just for this last one for anybody that needs a refresher. So if you've got a patterned piece, pattern side down, don't worry if it's plain paper. Square piece of paper, and you're going to go point to point and really crease along that edge. And then you're going to take the 2 outside points up to the top to the middle. So there's one, and then you're going to take the other one to make that diamond shape. Okay, so you have 2 flappy bits. And then you're going to find the inside flap here on this bit, and you're going to open it up and squash it so that you get a nice kite shape. And you're going to do the same to the other side. So find the flap, open it up and squash it to get a nice kite shape. Try and line up those 2 creases where you can. Don't worry if they're a little bit off. And then you're going to fold these bits down. Kerry, paper petals. My daughter would love this. Yeah, you've got to bring her along. You show the video later so she can have a go. And we're going to fold that other bit down. And then we're going to fold these bits in half. Fold this one over. This is my last petal, guys. Don't worry if you're behind. So, like these little bouncy flaps. So I'm going to take this little bit off here. My last petal. Oh, she says, there we go. You do definitely need nails with double-sided tape. Squash them together. And then you can kind of spread those out as well. Okay, so once you have got, and don't panic if you haven't, once you have got all 6 of these, what you're going to do is put a strip of double-sided tape down the side. So where that seam is, if those 2 bits come together, we're going to put it on there, okay? Please say hi. Hi, Josie. Apparently you're an Arty Farty daughter. Excellent. We like Arty Farty people. What have we got? One of mine has 3 little folded bits in the middle and the other has 2. Might be because the double-sided sticky tapes taped it together. Not quite sure how you'd end up with 2. Maybe some of the folds haven't happened when you the last fold that you do, where you fold those kites in half. What else have we got? I said hello to Josie. Got 6 each for Lewis and Alfie. Excellent. Emma's watching now, I think. Fab. Awesome. So take your double-sided sticky tape and you're going to put it down near the seam. So where the seam is, you're going to put it down to one side of it. So you can do this around a straw or like a chopstick or something so that you've got a long stem on it as well, if you wanted to. The only thing you might want to be careful is that they don't stick too well with double-sided tape onto those. So something like a glue gun or something like that would work better. So can you see I've got my piece of double-sided on a seam there. And then I'm just going to join these together, give them a little bit of a squash. There we go, the start of our flower. So I'm going to put that next one on. I have to say a massive, massive thank you to everybody who has donated so far. Over the weekend we reached just over £1,000, which is a month's rent for Arty Farty Retreat. That's how much our rent is a month. So you have kept Arty Farty Retreat going, and my dream going for a whole month more, a whole month longer. So thank you to all those who have donated. The mugs, I believe, are out of the kiln. I'm going to go and collect them later on this week. So they will be on the way to you soon. The first batch, anyway. The first batch. I'm painting the second batch. So thank you, thank you. So again, I'm just putting another piece of sticky tape down and I'm just joining them on. Now I'm alternating my colours, as you can see. We get some beautiful ones, and I'm going to put the two folded over ones at the top. There we go. Cheryl, you're so good at explaining you could be a blue pizza presenter. My dad has just put she wants to be Prime Minister. Yes, I think so. If anyone's, if anyone wants to sponsor and donate, oh God, how much would a campaign cost? Millions and millions of pounds for me to campaign to be Prime Minister. That'd be great. That'd be great. I'm not sure I'd do so well with the sticky back plastic for blue pizza, Cheryl. I think I'd end up with it all wrapped around my head. I can just about manage double-sided sticky tape. So here's my last one. So my last one I'm putting on. I'll give them a final squish before I put my last bit of sticky tape on. God, I love double-sided sticky tape. Where would we be without double-sided sticky tape? Sitting there for hours holding it with a glue stick. So if you have got a glue stick, you can do this with a glue stick. It just takes longer because you have to wait for each one to dry before, especially before putting it together. Okay, let's squish mine on there. There we go. So, one finished flower. Okay. Can't wait to see yours. Definitely want to see pictures of yours. If I manage to get up into the loft later, I'll see if I can post a picture of my my wedding bouquet as well. I'll have to pop that on. So hopefully you're all good. Hopefully you've worked all right with this. If you get in trouble, just rewatch the video again at the beginning where I show you really slowly how to do it, how to do a petal. Tomorrow we are taking on a bit of a space theme. I think I'm going to leave that there. I think I'm going to leave you guessing as to what we're doing. But you will need an A4 sheet of paper. It can just be a plain piece of white paper. It can be patterned. It can be from a magazine. Oh, hello. Barry's just joined us. It can be from from a magazine. From a newspaper, but an A4 sheet, so not square, but an A4 sheet. And we're going to need some scissors as well tomorrow. Grand. What have we said? Amy, how do you do the stems? So with the stems, before you put that final bit on, I would then put the stem in the middle. If you've just got double-sided sticky tape, wrap the tape around the stem as you put it in so that hopefully it sticks. The best thing to use is a glue gun to put the stem in. That's really the best thing to use. Grand. See you guys later. Thank you very, very much for joining me. I've had a fabulous Monday. It's been a lovely day. And goodbye from me and goodbye from Stitch and apparently Barry as well, who's managed to join us. And I will see you all tomorrow for some out of space magic.